This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. Oh. Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the LinkUp podcast with your host, Mr. King, Kana, and Woods here in the building.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
And today, we doing episode...
That thing ain't tried yet, though, Woods.
Nope.
Okay, you know
Woods
what?
hair products? Discussing Woods hair product. Is that going to be the first topic that we jumping into? Woods hair product.
The man look real Caucasian, dog.
No. You know,
I'm going for the Jerry curl. The man bringing it back.
You know.
No, that can't be left dead.
The man bringing back the Jerry curl.
It's not. This ain't Jerry curl. First of all, I ain't got no fucking gel in my hair. Second of all,
But we don't know that, you know.
You got some product in here.
Yeah, it's leave-in conditioner. The only thing is it's white.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. It needs to dry, and I just put it in because I just finished shower, and I was like, okay, should I take the hair dryer and dry this fuck real quick and probably damage my hair, or just suck it out and
Be laughed at a little bit for the podcast.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if it's some contact for the podcast, then I'm down for it. No.
You know, I apologize. I was supposed to be like one joke and we're supposed to continue, but then knowing what I forget was to just continue and don't.
But yeah, this is episode 48. And I mean, the first topic we was going to discuss is something that Woods was,
Actually, yeah.
into, this is a lead topic for Woods.
Oh, God.
No, this is just like if you born in the Caribbean, right? Like I don't know, I can't speak for all islands, but
Somebody music still playing.
That potentially could be mine. I am so sorry.
so unprofessional.
Shut up.
I'm assuming that most Caribbean islands have decent, like the minimum is decent drinking water.
And that could be debatable.
I haven't heard from a Caribbean place that the water is undrinkable.
Santo?
I don't know.
Is it undrinkable?
Biggs, yeah.
Okay. I stand corrected.
Well, again, I'm pretty sure on this one, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But if last time we were told, don't drink the pipe water, like even in the hotels and them kind of ones.
Okay. No, then.
So
I don't remember.
I've been there. I don't recall. I
wasn't
wasn't drinking pipe water.
Like I went there one super long ago, but I really don't remember what was like if we did drink tap water or not. Like,
but I was old enough to remember this specifically saying that.
True.
So
Could be possible, I guess.
Santo.
Well, other than Santo, there's usually you can drink pipe water. Usually, in the Caribbean.
You drink pipe water in Toronto?
Or at least be able to shower. At least be able to shower and brush your
extra
teeth.
filters and stuff on it and things like. But yeah, I drink pipe water.
No, but me like without the filters, like pipe or like GB water. You would drink GB water?
I assume I probably have by somebody's house that might not have like a built-in filter on all the water things. I mean, it's possible, but
okay, the ice, yeah, you have a point there. Kind of forget about that, but I don't know, mate.
Why ice? Why would ice be different?
No, I mean,
no, because if you're not using a filter, because some of the filters, like in the refrigerator itself, that's where people get water instead of like the pipe itself, no?
True.
I had one of those.
But like the way the filter was set up on my house, a can to me, it filtered all the water. It was like on the outside. It was a filter outside, so it was like to the general water supply, a can to me of the house. So I believe all the pipes in the house used to get filtered through that. So
can make sense. Anyway,
I could be wrong. I need to ask my mother about that.
but regardless, I always like, even in the Netherlands, when I shower, I feel clean. You know?
Okay.
You feel clean after you take a shower.
Why?
I've been to Naples recently. Like I was there since I came back since yesterday. And yesterday I felt clean for the first time since I left.
So the water nasty?
Yo, I went and read the descriptions of what you can get if like you accidentally drink the water. and I saw like hepatitis A or B. I don't remember which one B. The one that's not permanent, but you can still get it.
Okay. I didn't know they had one that was permanent. But
I think one of them is permanent. I think it's hepatitis A or B. One of them is like, you have that. Congratulations, you played yourself.
okay. So the whole that was just in where are you was, or you think that was like the whole?
I'm not sure if it's the whole, but I just searched for the particular place and they were like, no. And then it was really like, okay, can you at least brush your teeth with the water? And I did not get a clear answer. It was like, some people do, some people don't. Yeah, you know.
So what did you do?
I did not. Bottled water all the way, even for brushing my teeth. The only thing I used the water for was showering, and I still wasn't feeling clean. But it could have been in my brain too, that because I read the thing.
But you did this before you went into the cell? You read it before you went?
No, I read it while I was there.
So your first shower still wasn't.
No, look. While I was there, before I went in shower, I was like, okay, this is water from a place I don't know. Let me go and do some research.
Okay, yeah, you messed up yourself.
Yeah.
Well, potentially.
You was doing like Invader Zim.
Pretty much.
He ended up like Invader Zim in the germ episode.
Yes.
Feeling like germs was all over him everywhere.
I don't think he freaked out as much as Zim had freaked out, no. Because this man went a little extreme with
But
it.
I mean, he was legit getting like diseases and things from it though. It wasn't freaking out. It was like,
That's a little shocking to hear, actually, because you would think a European country would have at least better quality water.
it's from what I understood, because I had a conversation with the crew. Like, it's certain regions within Europe, like the Netherlands, Germany, like that region. So this region
Western.
has a good quality, but then when you go down to like Spain and Italy, then the water quality drops dramatically.
That's tense.
And it also, like, when you look at it, like, how much times do you think the people them in Napoli actually cleans out and changes the pipes? How old those roads then be? The Netherlands, they constantly changing shit. Every year they doing something with something.
That's a
Certain parts.
Certain parts. But I mean,
like in some areas, the Netherlands equally as old and historical sites and stuff like that in certain places.
yeah,
maybe
but they're
not
still
equally as
renovating it
old.
all the time though. They're not
I don't
using
know
the
about
same
that.
pipes them that.
I don't know about that.
No, I sure about that.
Because like certain houses and stuff literally got issues and things because they was marked as landmarks. I remember like my girl, she was living in a house that was deemed as a landmark, and because of that, the heating and stuff was just terrible, and they couldn't really do nothing about it. Cause like,
That is
the insulation on the house, I think it was because it was just like super old and it wasn't properly insulated for the cold and things like that. And
yeah, but the pipes are different. You can still change the pipes.
Yeah, well, that would mean
It's-
like busting up the wall and them kind of ones. Which would. This is sad. I'm not a contractor.
I have to.
I'm not a plumber.
Yeah. But regardless, the pipes them on the road and things, they get renovated constantly.
True.
In Napoli, I don't think I've seen anything get renovated at all.
Well, I mean,
Roads them was probably as old as the buildings that's been on the roads.
and this is Italy, right?
Yes.
I've never been.
Not south.
I don't know. I did not do that much information. It was in Napoli.
Okay.
That's all I know. It was like, just imagine Malta blown up, Napoli. It's just
like
Malta,
an
but bigger.
explosion or just bigger?
Bigger, yeah.
Cause you said blown up. I have like so you're talking
And that,
ruins. Like
And the water
God.
in Malta was also not, like, after you showered, how were you feeling? Were you feeling clean?
a decent amount. I mean, maybe I had good soap. I don't know what soap you was using,
good soap.
but my soap was good.
I was using the same soap that you were using first of all, because we both went to
No,
buy-
that was only the first day, Biggs.
No, we went
That was only that
to,
one
we
day.
went to buy the same soap, dog.
No, I was using the small bottle thing for I had get from the perfume place for at least the first 3 days, dude.
And you're positive that was good soap?
But yeah, I was feeling clean. I don't know what are you. That was good.
The man say he felt clean.
Okay.
No, but we wasn't drinking that for real though. But that's just because the owner of the place we was renting was just.
Before we even got into the place, the first thing the man didn't even ask for the money. No, the first thing the man told us was, "Don't drink pipe water." And then I even asked him, "Can we brush teeth?" Oh yeah, heat up water first. True.
Yeah,
For brushing teeth.
Man, why be safe?
But it was the same thing in Vietnam. But that's like expected. That's a whole different.
But yeah, just what I'm trying to say is just be thankful that if you're living in a country that you can actually put water in your mouth to brush your teeth, and you ain't possibly gonna get hepatitis A or B. Hey,
or
you're good.
Stomach virus.
This is a terrible commercial for Naples, Napoli, wherever the place is.
Yeah, but
I mean, it was fun, but
good thing they probably not gonna listen to this ever. So
it was fun. I had an awesome time there. The food was amazing.
Oh, now you want kiss
Like,
ass?
no. Like, regardless of the traumatic water experience I had there,
traumatic.
It was.
Okay.
It was.
So why did you end up in this country in the first place?
Oh God.
I needed. I got a gig to record a music video in Napoli. I can't really talk about it yet because I'm under NDA.
Okay.
But once it's out, I can really go into that. But for now, I can't really say much about anything.
Okay.
Other than I went there to record a music video.
Just to provide a little context for the listeners and whatnot.
The listeners.
Okay.
Yeah.
They listen and use Listerine at the same time.
I didn't say that, but see, to me, it's just because they have a T.
He wasn't really missing no words. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right, okay, you want to hit the next topic then? Because I think Woods done with you water.
Yeah.
The next topic would be something, remaining on the topic of water, would be like this Dolphin Park thing.
Okay.
Like, what's the deal with that? Because I was trying to Google that as well.
Okay,
couldn't really
so
find nothing,
from the article I had read, this is about St. Martin. I don't know the specifics. This is really sad because this is my topic. But I don't know the specifics, but apparently they want to open up a dolphin park, a dolphin aquarium again in St. Martin. This is the 4th attempt they're doing. I can't remember like when the other 3 was, but
I remember there was talks about this before.
yeah,
it's
been for years. I don't know if they still have it in Anguilla.
According to me, they do. I think so.
But they have or had a dolphin park in Anguilla, and they wanted to do one in St. Martin as well. Obviously, if anybody know me and know my family, my brother is obviously going to be the number 1 front man against that. So the Nature Foundation had a whole article about it, and on Facebook there was a whole bunch of people just signing out posts for petitions for signatures and them kind of ones. I don't know how really valid that is from social media, or if they just count that in like official settings and stuff like that.
I'm not sure about St. Martin. I know in other countries definitely is like there's a certain amount of signatures you could get.
If you can verify it's real, then
it could be presented to Congress or whatever is the governmental body, and I think it's still up to them. Like they have a choice. They'll see and approve or whatever, whether they're actually going to discuss it and bring it up in the parliament meeting or whatever.
Okay,
like that's how it is.
Okay,
I'm not an expert, but.
So yeah, so they have a petition going out and all that. So that's what's going on. No, so why I wanted to bring this up in the first place? I wanted actually, first of all, to get all your opinions. What you think about this whole dolphin park thing, or what you think about it in general, or what you think about it going to Martin?
I think as a Caribbean island, it's a really bad idea.
Why?
Because it's the same thing with like if you're part of the Caribbean, you should be setting an example, especially for the aquatic life that helps to, I would say, invigorate your island in a sense. Because if you're promoting like because it is quote unquote animal slavery. You're teaching these dolphins to do things, and then they're captive there. They can't swim anywhere. And these dolphins go to a point that they even commit like suicide in the tank. So you have to just keep in mind that shit just affects these dolphins like mentally. And dolphins are, some people argue, almost as smart as human beings. So they would be able to understand what captivity is, first of all, and how it affects these dolphins to the point that they even commit suicide. So, it's like there's that aspect to it, but it's also you're part of the Caribbean. You have to be like helping animals and shit, especially aquatic animals that people come to see on the island. You understand? But in nature, not in like, I don't know that, but it's just something like, it's also with plastic sacks and all that shit. It's something that islands should be doing
a little more wary of, a little more aware of.
Okay, and King. So in hindsight, you don't like the idea?
No.
Okay.
It's stupid.
Like, I feel more or less the same as Woods on these topics because, like, I can't even lie. I am somebody, like, I went to SeaWorld and I went look at the whales, do the tricks and whatnot and stuff like that. But this was when I was 4. I didn't know nothing about whale captivity. I was like, look, the whales jumping and splashing, and I was happy. I didn't know nothing about nothing. So I definitely, like, I looking at both sides of the coin because I do now at this point I do view it much like Woods, but at the same time it is definitely a tourist attraction that people probably will enjoy, and it would be another thing that will add to the main pillar of our economy, which is tourism. And I have no idea. I never saw none of the proposals necessarily about it to see like, okay, if anybody got any plans or projections as to how much potential income or so it could bring in if they looked at any of the natural aspects of it. Like, what does the Nature Foundation basically feel on the topic if they done consulted to see, like, well, apparently, based on what you're saying, it seems as though opinions have been given on the topic by the Nature Foundation.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that they're not for it.
I assume for similar reasons to like what Wood's saying and stuff like that.
And you see, the thing is, why I asked all you this, because I kind of lean in, not necessarily to directly what you were saying, like exactly what you were saying, was like, for me, is it not possible to some way still have it?
Cause like while Woods was talking, that makes me seem like basically, okay, so you prefer something that's more like a whale watching tour type of thing, whereas like you got the dolphins that just naturally come at certain times, like during their migratory periods, or whenever the dolphins are around Simatin and thing, you get somebody with a boat to go out and know the spots that they maybe just typically visit, and you go watch them in the wild type of thing.
But I sure they have something. I sure they got something in Simatin already.
You know the
I
thing
don't know.
is,
I have no idea.
I'm not an aquatic genius, or I didn't study it, but I'm assuming you could even make it a habit to like make a certain like place that you condition these dolphins to come to, and you feed them and thing, and then you would have like this, I don't know, because there used to be a dolphin that used to just chill in Aruba underneath the bridge for like years. It was not even captive, but it was just because it was conditioned.
It was socializing, used to interacting with humans and stuff
it was
like that.
just there. It was just there until it passed away. It just stayed there until it died. No one was holding it captive or anything.
I don't know, because I thinking like, would it, if say for instance, if the Nature Foundation was actually like spearheading the project and making sure the animals are well taken care of and their facilities are, up to par to whatever standards it's supposed to be.
I think
would
that's
it not
the problem
be
just inherently though.
the
minute that there's facilities involved, that's like, to me, the only way I see this working in a harmonious way with nature is kind of like how I would describe, where they got some natural whale watching or dolphin watching tour type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you just get on a boat and look at them swim wherever they are, because the experts know their patterns or whatever and know that these are the places they frequently just visit type of thing. And
yeah, we see that, but I was saying, because like you were saying before, like when you was small, like going to SeaWorld, that was something exciting to you.
And watching Shamu do his thing,
I find something like swimming with the dolphins, I find that's a cool activity. I mean, it's messed up because what it is doing and all that, but like, I ain't gonna lie, that's something I would like to do. So I necessarily, me personally, knowing how they could potentially be in the wild, versus how they could potentially be in captivity. Granted, yes, they still wild animals and they can still do all kind of things, but I would quicker go with like the potentially trained ones versus
usually dolphins are not.
Hostile.
They're not hostile towards humans. It's the opposite. Even wild dolphins, if a human is drowning, cases show.
But it's also been
reports
cases of dolphins like potentially trying to rape people. So I mean,
usually those that try to rape people are the ones that are captive within these tanks that you were talking about.
Not the stories I hear about.
Well, both cases I heard of was one of the dolphins tried to rape one of the trainers in the tank.
It's fucked up. I mean,
pass away.
We expect man to get
dude or the dolphin?
Raped to death.
the man get
The dude.
Wow.
Wait. I was gonna make a fuck up joke, but what?
Yeah, exactly. What you just heard. The dolphin raped the trainer to death.
Oh, so it actually happened.
I mean, it was trying to rape and the trainer drowned. But yeah.
Okay, that ain't really funny no more.
I know.
Not rough situation, but
Yeah, no, yo, I had a whole thing planned, but nah, that ain't funny no more, man. But yeah, anyway,
but zoos is a similar thing. Like, and I've been to zoos as well, but as like all of these things is things that you become as you become woke, quote unquote. Then is when all of these things, the negative sides.
I guess maybe I a little bit more biased with the aquariums versus the zoos because that's what I say. Maybe I bias because maybe I like the whole dolphin and shamu type thing versus like what the hell I going to do 5 feet in front of a lion? I have no business doing that.
Yeah, but depends on what type of zoo it is. There's a cage and things, so you a safe distance. The lion just caged in.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The difference between those things and the aquatic things is that a lot of those animals you can get up close and personal. Okay, cool. Granted, I know they got places in Thailand you can like touch the tigers and all that kind of shit. But even that's even 10,000 times as more horrible than what we're actually talking about. Because like they got those safari things too in Africa where you just like jump in a jeep and like the animals will come in like interact with the car and all that kind of crap. But even that is like no.
I mean, this like safaris are not the ideal thing, but at least the animals are
in their natural habitat.
But I mean that's the best. That's the best way to think in it. And I guess I just bias maybe just because I want to do the whole outfit thing. Maybe I just trying to find a way for it to work. But in general, it's just not a good idea.
You just don't trap them.
Yeah, but I
jump on a boat, go find some dolphins, and jump in the ocean to swim with them.
Nah, I cool. I good.
Then you don't really want to swim.
Nah, maybe it's ourselves.
The dedication is not.
It's
strong enough.
No, not at all. I admit.
Well, now we all know what the answer is. Don't do it.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. It's probably not gonna happen anyway.
And you know the thing is, like from what I understand, what's happening in St. Martin right now, that's not something they should be focusing on. Should need to be focusing on at all.
Not at all. But I mean, they can always try to find something. At the same time, while you say it's not, they shouldn't be focused on it.
To me, it's exactly
people,
what
they need people need something to focus on.
I mean, they need something to focus on, but not that. Yeah,
not necessarily the Dolphin Park. I mean, more from the sense that I feel like we still everything back up and running and stuff the way it should. I mean, the economy still took a hit in numerous ways. Trying to find things to supplement the economy should be like exactly one of the things they should be doing.
For sure, but
I don't know if the Dolphin Park is the answer, is the right way, but I mean, the fact that there's different things, new ideas, even though it ain't necessarily a new idea, but
because I feel like even the dolphin thing in general has now flipped its head instead of a bad stigma. Like there's a lot of these dolphin parks that are very known are now getting like backlash from like millennials and thing, and people ain't showing up like how they used to show up. So is this really the thing you want to focus on?
Yeah, I feel you. What you're saying is definitely true.
Okay, speaking of unnecessary things that we don't have to focus on, they have something that I like. I mean, this is not necessarily new or like a new topic, but this is something I wanted to ask your opinion about for a while now. Are you see that like Spice on Love and Hip Hop? I don't know what it is, if it's House of... some reality show. Which one it is? Somebody clarify me.
According to me, it was Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, because while you mentioned that earlier, like right before the podcast, I decided let me start to look into what the situation actually was. And I pulled up a few articles there, and it was, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And this was back in March or something like that. Yeah, the season started in March 19th.
Oh,
so we
last year.
definitely...
No,
2017, March 19, 2017.
No,
Oh.
the 2017 is talking about something else.
Oh, okay.
That's
Nah,
like
just
how
bad.
what she did in music, you know.
Okay, so March, so it started in March.
Yeah, and we now in July discussing Spice.
That's okay.
That's how late we are.
That's okay. We had a lot of other topics. We've been busy, but I just curious because if y'all who don't know, Spice is a Caribbean artist, a dancehall artist more specifically. She is from Jamaica, and she's on Love whatever that
Love
thing
and Hip Hop
Atlanta.
Yes.
What are you ever watched those? First of all, let me ask this question: are you just watch that? Period. I know Kingfisher a lot.
I watched one episode a long time ago when Joe Budden was on it, I think.
Okay, so that's
But it
probably
was
maybe a
even
whole
love.
season.
It was just love and hip hop. No, I think now they have like different branches and stuff.
Yeah, they got whole different. They got cities and shit.
Atlanta, New York,
Yeah.
Miami, I think.
LA, I think too. But
Yeah, all them stuff.
okay. So I would assume nobody ever see like the Spice episodes.
I never watched Love and Hip Hop. I've never seen Spice on it.
Okay. To be quite honest, I never seen Spice on it either. But I've seen like snippets from social media, like highlighting some parts in the season and all that. And I don't know how to feel about it personally. 'Cause at one point it's like, I don't know if it should be like, yeah, but you know, it's cool, Spice getting, you know, a little bit more attention, the Caribbean artists, you know, big ups. Or it's like, why you lowering yourself to that? I don't know if maybe I had like Spice on like a highest pedestal, regardless of the type of music she used to.
You see, that's my thing. That's where I'm conflicted. Because my opinion depends on... Like, I'll just start by saying I'm severely unqualified to even have an opinion on this topic. One, because I'm super unfamiliar. Like I said, I never watched Love and Hip Hop. I don't plan to start no time soon either. And I enjoy dancehall music, but I'm not the biggest fan of dancehall music, which also resulting in me not knowing nothing about Spice's personality. Like, I know her music, but I have no idea. I've never seen a Spice interview. I have no idea, like, what she's like as a person. I've seen a music video here and there, and I know some of the songs and things, but because that's basically what my opinion is dependent upon. Who is Spice? Who Spice is basically the type of person she is. How does she carry herself? Is she the type that is going to be turning up and getting loud and being a typical love and hip hop person as the reason why you don't watch none of that nonsense? Is she just going to like adopt this behavior and just be another member of the cast, or is she? Because I mean, like, you saying why she lower herself to doing this and stuff like that, and I definitely get that sentiment, get where you're coming from, and not because it's something that I would think as well when I just think of what the Love and Hip Hop brand represents. But it also, especially in recent years, there's been some changes, at least in the perception, because a lot of people seen it as like a viable medium that would put me in front of a whole lot of people, because whether we'd watch it or not, there's still a whole lot of people that watch it. It is still a platform.
That's true.
And then you got the Cardi B's, the Amara La Negras, who, not to say that they are
No idea who that is,
pinnacles
okay.
in whatchamacallit of like, you know, these are the best behaved people, or like
No, but I mean, that's
they
happened
ain't
to see
Michelle
what,
Obamas or nothing like that.
is
But
what
I mean,
people entertained by, oddly enough.
and it's also just basically like a what you do with the platform type of thing. Because Amara La Negra, she's another person who been popping in the Latin market and stuff before, and you know, she in the process.
That's the
really
black,
dark skin chick with the afro and stuff that
Afro,
been
yeah,
talking about
Afro-Latina chick,
colorism,
yeah.
talking about Afro Latinas and all of that, and Breakfast Club and
yeah,
numerous other places.
I've been seeing her.
But she
and-
was another person that rised up, you know, through the Love and Hip Hop, or maybe it wasn't down, but one of those reality shows and thing. I think it was Love and Hip Hop. But yeah, is not, and I don't feel like she is necessarily, but I can't say that for sure because I have not watched the show to see like what she is. But she seems like there's a little more depth to her than just being, you know, a typical turn up, get loud, try to fight somebody type of reality show person. So maybe it could be some of that.
I don't know. I saying so. I was just curious because with Spice, it's like like you say, you practically say it good. A little bit conflicted because, again, it's like, yeah, you know, people can be more not influenced, but the dancehall music and stuff like that give them a little bit more exposure and all that kind of stuff. But then at the same time, it's like, yeah, boy, you know, they finally get a Caribbean person on the show that ain't gonna take no shit from nobody. So you want to see them cut everybody ass. But at the same time, it's like, boy, especially on a show like that, have that negative stigmatism.
And I feel like, especially representing Jamaica,
yeah,
there's already what's the stereotypes? It's like, okay, there's either Bob Marley or it's daggering.
Yeah, or extreme violence.
Yeah, and to me, like, the daggering is like those like the two sides. There's the reggae, the conscious, the Rastafari.
Yeah,
like, there's that side
and
of
the dancehall and the gangster and all them. Yeah.
Shatters, like there's Shatters and there's Bob Marley. Like those are like the two kind of opposites.
The what, left the what?
Yeah,
but.
And is she going to be Shatters or is she going to be Bob?
Yeah, you see that's the thing. You check, and that's why I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know if it's why I ask this question is because I'm looking at it as a Caribbean perspective.
I'm sure we could just find out the answer by watching a few episodes of the show, and then we would know, because I mean they did already have a reunion, like I say. We talking about this thing super late. When, like, I'm sure there's answers and stuff already out there. I know, but how did she represent herself?
I was just seeing if you had seen any snippets or like snippets or like videos
honesty,
of it.
Thankfully, my woman don't watch that, so like I definitely would never come across.
So I don't have no reason to watch it.
I didn't even know she was on the show until you brought it up.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. You
like,
see,
I first of all know by you saying it today, and things like, oh, okay, I did not know that was happening.
Okay, maybe I gotta start following different things, because why that showed up on my why things like that showed up on like my timeline and my news feeds and like not all your own. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Like, is there any reality shows that y'all did watch though?
Like recently? Yeah,
just in general. Like,
I mean,
were there?
I mean,
I feel like there was Jersey Shore. I feel like everybody has seen Jersey Shore. You've seen Jersey Shore.
I had to.
I feel like everybody got caught up in that wave at least, and was watching Jersey Shore. Like, maybe not the full thing, but I mean, you've seen episodes. Like, I feel like we all.
I'm not gonna lie, I was screaming all these t-shirt type for a good couple months. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. My mother would pull up outside, be like, with the fellows be going somewhere, like, Cabs here.
Yeah.
Oh God, but I didn't. So I mean,
the situation and like,
they had some other catchphrases, but no, the situation was a dick.
But the thing is,
they all were, generally speaking.
Like recently, because of certain influences, I've been watching a Dutch show.
Don't tell me fucking
Temptation.
Jesus Christ. You too? Bob got you on that.
No, listen. No.
Bob got you on that.
Nah, not Bob. It's interesting.
No God.
I am not condoning people watching it. No, you're wasting your life. That's just a fact.
Yo, there's so much. But then again, who's me to tell anybody how to spend their free time?
You're wasting your life watching that show. But it was rather interesting this time because one of the guys that's in the show also lives on campus, and he is with his girlfriend. But the thing is, I haven't seen them together yet, and the show isn't over. So
yeah, but these things don't normally like already film like months before, and it just released.
But that's why I haven't seen the both of them together. But
so honestly, since the show, they broke up.
So find out
I
next
haven't
time.
seen the both of them together because I only see them like when I'm outside. It doesn't happen that much.
True.
So, and it's summertime too. People could be on vacation.
I feel it.
So,
like, the only reality show I watched recently is The Rap Game. And I watched like the first 2 seasons of it, and I was like, okay, I can't do this no more. Like, and the main reason I was watching it because based on the name, I mean, obviously it's about hip hop and stuff. This is the one that Jermaine Dupri was involved with, and got some other people and things from the industry to make appearances on certain episodes and things. Like, I think Bow Wow, and I believe Snoop had come on, a couple other people and whatnot. Like I said, I watched the first 2 seasons. I believe they're on like 4 or 5 now or something like that. But it was somewhat interesting. But then I like the rap aspects of it, but then there's the reality show aspects of it where you got all this drama between the cause it's kids rappers and shit that doing the thing, trying to impress Jermaine Dupri enough to get signed to So Def and a whole bunch of other stuff. But it's just so annoying with the drama that does be the fake drama, in my opinion, that has been going on between the parents of all these kids that in this house while they're going through the different challenges.
You don't know what's real no more.
And it's like I said, I like the rap aspect of it, seeing the different challenges that these kids go through, how they rise to the occasion and whatnot, if they do or not when it comes to photo shoots or freestyles, going to like a rap battle, seeing like, do they have the overall package and whatnot to be marketable in the music industry, may be like successful in the music industry. God, I had one where they went to like a focus group and stuff. They presented some of the people's music, showed a video clip to like a group of different age people and things to see like, okay, how do people receive it? How do people feel about it and thing? All of those things I feel like is interesting showing that, but it just wasn't enough to surpass all the reality show aspects of it with all the drama and things like that. I didn't care for none of that.
That is clearly showing that people like drama. People like to see other people in shit.
Yeah, but to me, just like I'd rather watch something that I know is fake, where they're trying to make it real. Like I'd watch a scripted series, and be like, okay, I know it's fake going into it, and how can you make me believe that this is real, that these people feeling these emotions and whatever? Like I'd rather do that than this thing that y'all telling me is real but looks so fake. Like nobody reacts in this way to certain situations, and like you could see that this just turning up for the camera type of vibe. Like if it's that, I cool on it. Which is why I stopped watching the rap game.
Yeah, that's the thing. I find that most reality shows these days with these rappers and things like that. But what I find is interesting and what coming back is like, for instance, Wildin' Out. And they got, you ever check Hip Hop Squares?
I've been hearing about it and seeing things, but I never actually watched it.
That's funny, Richard. I ain't gonna lie. I watched a couple episodes. I gotta continue watching it, but that's a funny show.
I'm curious to watch one particular episode of Wildin' Out just to see what happens with this situation.
I was coming up with that next. Since you was going on the whole hip-hop TV type thing. You see that episode with Azalea Banks?
It aired yet? According to me, ain't out yet. Like, I just see some Nick Cannon interview that he was doing somewhere, and it's like, it hasn't shown. Like,
I thought it was out. I thought it was out already. I didn't see it, but I thought it was out already. But
like,
from
I've been
how
following the little dramas and stuff that been going around.
From
like,
how
who's
like
saying what and
DC and Emmanuel, I don't know if y'all know them, but there's
DC
like
Young Fly, Emmanuel Hudson.
Okay, yeah, you see, I didn't know all that, but there's some of the people on. I just know the first name. Well, the first part of the nickname.
I know Emmanuel Hudson from. Why you asking all them questions back in the day? The shit you were doing with Spoken Reasons and things like.
And then, but yeah, they on the show on Wildin' Out, and it seems that Azalea Banks, which is a rapper, I think.
Yes, indeed, she's a rapper.
A rapper, and they seemingly trip on her.
Professional drama queen. A rapper / professional drama queen.
They trip on her too much, and she cried.
Yeah.
Long story short.
And how she was presenting it was saying there was a bunch of colorist jokes and stuff like that, and the people on the Wildin' Out saying, like, they basically were saying, yo, she's ugly, but Azalea Banks interpreting that to be like a colorist joke, and it's like they're saying they ugly based on the fact that she's dark skinned. That's the way she interpreted it and the way she cried and all of this and blah blah. And ever since then, but Azalea Banks just need to stop.
Yeah, I find she just looking for attention.
Azalea Banks just need to stop.
Yes.
I'm tired about hearing about her name every time in the media for everything except music.
Because I mean, her music wasn't like wasn't particularly.
I feel like her music wasn't made for me.
Yeah, but
I don't.
A lot of people say she's talented and she's dope and this and that, but to me it's like I don't want
really
to hear you rap.
Hearing
a lot of her stuff just sounds like rapping on techno beats, and I'm like, I don't like techno beats, so the music done turn me off from the jump. Like, I don't care what you're saying, how dope your flow might have been on this. Is like, if it just sounds like typical music, I don't care. And that's a big disconnection as to why, as with Azalea and the hip hop community and stuff like that. I personally think is like she's similar to Kanye in certain respects, but people don't like her music as much. So people don't want to tolerate Azalea Banks as much as they would put up with Kanye's nonsense. Because Kanye does a lot of stuff, but it's always like,
he don't have
music
the
though. Like,
she don't have the track record.
You can't take that away from Kanye.
She don't have the track record to go as crazy as Kanye, because
and she be wilding, all kind of nonsense that, for me personally, like,
But at one point, I'd be like, wow, shit, like, I just follow the shade room and then kind of gossip outlets and things. So they'd be like screenshotting, like, what these celebrities be saying on social media. And sometimes I'd be like, wow. But then other times with her, I'd be like, yo, just go home. Like, put your phone away.
To me, like, she just, to use the young people's word, she problematic on too many levels, in my opinion.
That's young people word? Problematic?
Yeah, basically. For people like an Azalea Banks type of figure, who 1 minute you want to be talking all this racial stuff and trying to make it seem like you woke in a certain way, but then the other time, a lot of people was basically saying they're done with Azalea because she herself was in the past in public making colorist jokes, calling some, like, ridiculing some chick on the fact that she was black and calling her a tar baby and all kind of thing. Like, but then now you want to be crying because somebody say you ugly and you just assume that it's based on the fact that you black and calling this colorist and you want to be offended and have people sympathize with you or whatever. But you out here being so problematic because I can't think of a better word to say it because and then the next minute she talking how bad colorism is and different ways that it's affected her and this and that, and then the whole time saying
she just
like,
want to be
black men ain't shit and she can't wait to hop on the white dick and all kind of whatever.
All that too?
Reasons why me personally I don't care what Azalea Banks. I've been tuned out from Azalea Banks and
two
everything
people
she
that
gotta
should
say.
be deleted from Twitter: Donald Trump and Azalea Banks. I said it. Yeah,
That's Charlemagne friend, man. Azalea Banks, not Donald Trump.
I was gonna be like, whoa. But since we kind of like undone that thing anyway. Yeah. So Ed, just a quick thing. I see that somebody had fucked up Donald Trump's star on Hollywood Boulevard, and then
I saw the video. Yeah.
Supposedly it happened before, and the person who did it before bailed out the person who did it just now.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing something like that.
I just find out funny.
No, but there was like a time period that people were just shitting on his fucking style.
Shitting on it?
Yes.
Yeah, but then that could just get clean, man. I find the part really like fuck it up.
Just think about it, right?
Pickaxe or something like that.
Yeah, just think about it, right? Every single day, there's a new shit on the star.
That's dedication.
But every single day,
and I feel like these people could use that energy in a much more constructive manner.
But every day somebody just gonna clean it. I mean, okay, cool, somebody shit on my star, but it gonna get clean.
And really, to have that dedication to re-shit on it every day for what?
That to me, that person just sad.
Like,
but if you come and fuck it up,
I think that person
and,
just taking public shit.
I don't know. To me, it'll be more.
How do you do that every day, dog? Think about that. Is you have a team of people being like, you shit on it today, you do it tomorrow. Like,
they have a shit schedule.
Or is one person doing this and it's like, do you just enjoy shitting in public that much? Like, just think about it.
Maybe they were just down for the cause.
I didn't even think about it that far.
That's the problem. It don't make no sense.
But if I someone who really
it up with a pickaxe,
go with a pickaxe and willing to spend jail time, to me that's more personal.
I mean, there's a bunch of other shit you could do that would affect him personally than that.
Yeah, no, not the common people. There's not a damn thing we would do that going to fucking affect Donald Trump.
You think so?
Go on Twitter and be like, yo,
you
fuck
know
Donald
much,
Trump.
you know there's he was blocking a bunch of people on Twitter, right? And then the courts said he's not allowed to block people on internet, and this is why. Because he's the president and he's making public statements on Twitter. And if Twitter is his outlet to speak to the people, then he's not allowed to block any US citizen. So he had to unblock all the people he blocked.
And I remember there being discussion about Donald Trump's Twitter being like classified as this is official, like US document, and like all of these things going to be saved and archived and like part of the presidential record or something like that.
What a day and age we live in.
Honestly, I feel like the whole pickaxe thing has almost equally as pointless. Almost, only because I feel
it's
like
pointless
if
regardless. But
like you spend one day of work and stuff, you could fuck it up pretty decently, and I think it'll take them a little longer to fix it back than just a day like with the shit thing. But either way, like that ain't doing nothing. Donald Trump, I sure Donald Trump don't even care about that stuff.
I don't even think he paying to redo it.
Probably not. I'm sure there's a star Hollywood Walk of Fame committee that like put him there in the first place, and it's their responsibility.
What I think is going to happen eventually is that they're just going to remove it.
Think so? Nah, I don't think so. Not Donald Trump. Not in Hollywood.
I think because it's Hollywood.
I doubt that.
I doubt that too.
We'll see.
I mean, he's only gonna be president for what, 2 more years?
And if that happens,
if he makes it till 2 more,
and if that happens, like he's going to make
it. He's going to make it.
What won't stop him from serving the full term?
No. When I say if he makes it, because there's a November coming, there's an election coming up, and if what people think is going to happens, then Trump might get impeached faster than we all think. Because there's a Democratic right now. There's Democrats are winning a bunch of seats, and if they get back the Senate, then they can file a motion for impeachment.
Okay, so I'm going to be very ignorant and say that
starting an investigation.
That's not
so the investigation is already happening.
According to me, there's investigations with different things going on.
The investigation.
Is there a specific? They already start impeachment investigation.
No, the problem is they're doing an investigation, but if the Senate doesn't file a motion to impeach, then the information that comes from this investigation will not do anything. So that is the problem. The problem is that right now the Republicans have the Senate. They have the majority. Mm-hmm. But if the Democrats have the majority and then the information of this investigation comes out and states certain things that Donald Trump did, and if it's really that drastic, they can file a motion for impeachment, and because they have the majority of the Senate.
Like, you mean a motion? Because you said notion like 3-4 times now.
No, it was notion.
I know, that was the last one, but then it's like, okay, at this point, we gotta step in a little bit.
Certain words I can't pronounce good. I got braces on, no.
I'll let you say notion.
Jesus Christ.
I'll let you say notion 3 times.
Just for the people that don't know, I got braces on. Certain words I cannot pronounce correctly.
But I don't know. I just feel like regarding the whole impeachment thing, that even if the Democrats get in, like, I doubt. Like, I know it is a lot of bad. There's so many things that you can point at that Donald Trump has been doing as like violation in some way or another, whether it's a sexual thing, whether it's treason, whether like there's numerous things to pick from that you can be like, you know what, I don't think all of this is considered presidential and blah blah blah, and probably breaking some laws and whatnot. But
it's because the Republicans have the Senate.
Okay, I understand.
Hey, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this one up.
I'm still very pessimistic about their ability to really get him impeached within that 2-year span and thing. Like,
I mean, if Richard Nixon could have gotten impeached and he did less, but that was because Democrats had the Senate. That's the big difference. But we'll see. Let's go to the next topic before we close up. You don't want to end up with another.
No, because y'all two going to end up talking about this thing for the next 15 minutes, and man ain't trying to be on that topic for that long.
It's a topic that none of us, I feel like we could come to any conclusion, because none of us are lawyers and stuff like that.
That's why you don't go on for 15 minutes. It could never end, you know. But for the last one, you know, ends on a positive note. So, LeBron... Before we even talk about this topic,
you deserve all the claps today, LeBron.
LeBron?
LeBron. Leave me alone.
You make it up. So you gonna stop?
Yeah, I stop now.
But yeah, the I Promise School.
Oh, that's what name? I didn't even see what name. I was really looking up his name. Everybody just
I Promise School.
Oh, that makes sense, because I thought it was just Oh, okay. Because in the picture it was like LeBron and then I promise. So I thought he was saying he promised and then like no school, no tuition fees and all that. I thought that's what he was like doing with the school. You know? But anyway, LeBron James opening a school in wherever the hell it is. Where it is?
It seems though it's already open and whatnot. It was Akron, Ohio. I don't know if it's in Akron, but I know it's in Ohio for sure. But
it's in his home state at least.
Okay, at least that. So you open a school, so it's open already.
I saw some CNN thing where Don Lemon went into the school and he was interviewing LeBron and stuff like that, and it showed that the school was already open. Cause apparently it was like the first day or something that they had opened, because they had a class of some kids in one of the rooms, and he went and walked in and stuff, and be LeBron, and all the kids were like, it's LeBron, blah 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 blah.
So according to the picture that been going around social media, the school.
I want to see a confirmation of that picture.
I want to see.
I see it, everybody sharing it, and I'm very skeptical about
official,
a lot of the claims.
official people sharing it as well. So but anyway, let me read it first before we get into it. Free tuition, free uniform, free bicycle and helmet, free transportation within 2 miles, free breakfast, lunch, and snacks. Food pantries for family, GEDs and job placement services for parents. What was the last one? Guaranteed tuition to University of Akron for every student who graduates.
LeBron can easily afford that. Easily.
A whole school?
It's not that expensive.
Certain things not that expensive.
If
depending on how, that's why I want to know more of the details. How big is this school? How many classes are you offering? Is it just okay?
How many kids per class?
But you have to look at it like this. Look, the school is everything is funded by LeBron. The books, everything is funded by LeBron. He's not trying to make a profit out of this. So if he's paying all the teachers them, and the teachers them are just teaching, and the school is certified to get the credit and stuff like that, and they're not trying to make any type of profit on it. It's just to send these kids them off to school and then pay for the tuition.
And
so
how long exactly? How long is that is going to be sustainable? I know LeBron has a lot of money, but is the plan just to be forever? Because to me, it seemed like they're starting with 1 or 2 classes or something like that, and could they just have a 4th grade or 3rd grade or something like that for now? And then they're trying to get the full 6 grades or whatever.
I would assume there's a time period. So let's say it's the same thing with the student loans here. So you have a time frame from because where he's spending the least amount of money is from the kids them that are at his school. So once they go to college, that's when it becomes a bit more expensive. So then I would assume that it's in 4 years. So in 4 years or 5 years, you have to graduate. And if you don't graduate, then you're off the program.
Like, that's why all of these things is what I was curious about. When I just saw that picture going around, I seen free tuition, free this, free that. I assume, okay, certain parts that are free. Like, or then I guess my question is more, what do you have to do in order to do it? Because if you just got free this, I mean, everybody will want to join, but it's got to be some kind of selection process. And
obviously.
This is why I was more interested in, okay, LeBron opened a school, great. Many people can and have opened a school. How successful is it going to be in the long term? That's not something we could judge now. I mean, it just opened is a great thing, is a great initiative from the start. I ain't trying to hear that at all. Like, I wish more people would do that, but I would just, to me, how it's being reported and stuff and how it's being presented, I feel like it's just one of those things that's like, okay, look, it seems a little too good to be true. And I feel like the sharing of the meme with just all of these little points by so many people, where I haven't seen anybody really go in depth and talk about, like, okay, how is all of this going to work?
Really look for that? You know, another question.
I didn't necessarily look, but I mean, all the people are sharing it. It just seemed like they just, because I saw that same picture from a lot of different people on IG, everybody was celebrating LeBron and thing. And according to me, I listened to the Breakfast Club people on the Rumor Report. I think they had mentioned it, talk about it, and this stuff didn't really get into. No, it was some interview I was watching, and there was like, it was with Leo Cohen. He was on the Breakfast Club recently, and they had asked him, like, yeah, you know, did they all talk about LeBron and whatnot? And it was said that, like, yeah, but they didn't really getting too deep into that conversation. So I probably need to look for the actual thing to hear what they had to say about it, breaking it down or whatever. But
Okay, in terms of the going to college of a scholarship, right? Right? After school, and then if you want to go to college, that's part of a scholarship.
To me, it's just like the college is paid for. Like, you got a picture there, sir?
Mm-hmm. It said the college is paid for as well.
So it's not a scholarship, it's just paid for.
Granted tuition of university for every student who graduates.
So it's just a tuition.
That's pretty vague too. So I mean,
yeah, it's just a tuition. Then. So
I'm sure there's fine lines.
Like a scholarship that's set up in the name of, like, once you graduate, okay, cool. there's
You
the
have to have
scholarship money
you
that you get.
you have to get certain grades above a certain. Like,
I'm sure
I mean,
there's
if you graduate,
guidelines and stuff like that.
You have to
It's
maintain
impossible.
certain grades in a college. Oh, okay. I mean, like if you graduate from the LeBron school or whatever, I don't know if the grades that you graduate with. That's what I was thinking. You know.
Oh no! It's
Oh, how they gonna translate that?
Just to no, but it's an official school, so it's part of the U.S. Look, trust me, I'm even sure that his school is going to probably have better results than a lot of public schools because they don't get any funds from the government.
They don't
right
have
now,
to, so you don't have to worry about
So-
cutting budget cuts and all that kind of shit.
Yes.
So long story short, what the man doing is great.
And I saw that also he had like this wall with a bunch of the shoes and stuff, and the plan was to auction. Cause there's like 100 and something game worn shoes by LeBron, and they auction all of them off, and then like funds from that going to go towards the I Promise Foundation that's like funding the school type of thing.
That's cool.
And
then
probably
your name-
more people are going to
Donate.
so,
Yeah, probably.
yeah.
I mean, the man
Yeah.
is
And then like your name going to be up
LeBron.
on this wall by like where, cause like it's just a wall with all the shoes currently, and then like where the shoe was, your name would be there, and be like, okay, you was a donor to the I Promise school, and now your name's there and stuff for everybody to see.
I legit think this is really easy. Now that I'm really thinking about it, this is something that's really easy to do.
Diddy been talking about opening a school for like since last year or the year before that,
And he
with
has
some
more
dude.
capital than
I don't know if
than LeBron.
cause he was looking at the charter school, I think in New York, if I remember. That's where he
yeah.
wanted
And
to
if
start. I
Diddy
don't
do
remember
something,
if it
he
was New
wants to
York.
do everything.
But the
would be
thing
have
is
to
with
high
charter schools,
class and-
it has a bad reputation right now in the States too. So maybe that's
And all
why
of that.
he's
I don't know if he decided to pull out on doing that, and maybe he doing it in different routes or something. But I remember Diddy was talking. They had some teacher, some person who was like deep in education that he was consulting with, and had him up on Hot 97 and a few other
Are you over
places to
here?
discuss it.
Anymore from Dr. Umar and his Pan-African school that he was supposedly trying to get people donations to build? No? Anything else from it? No? Okay. Can't remember we used to talk about that. Like, first few episodes of the podcast. We had
maybe something happened. Maybe it just didn't like
I know
him
I
doing
guess
something and LeBron doing something. I think is he would like he
Not same newsworthy,
didn't-
yeah,
I don't
but-
think LeBron wasn't even talking about it. It just like up and coming just happened, right?
Yeah, because I
I
never
think
heard.
that's the
I never
biggest
heard
difference.
nothing about this before, and it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot different when one person has millions and millions and they can do this without necessarily needing anybody. Versus I'm trying to have something that's funded by the people, and I'm nowhere near the celebrity or like just general
Icon.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
LeBron is known around the world by
Man,
many
it's an
people.
icon already is.
People in the black community that may be interested in conscious information know Umar.
That's it.
Maybe a few people outside of that group of conscious black people, but
Okay. That makes
people that
sense.
watch Hidden Colors, I assume if you're watching Hidden Colors, you probably are
Haven't-
one of those type of people that
yeah.
are looking for some conscious information, and a black person. For some reason, I don't think a whole lot of white people or other races watching Hidden Colors, but
Yeah, you never know, you know. You never know. We may be surprised
I
on
mean,
the
I hope so
statistics of those
because
kind of
there's two
things.
black people sitting here right now talking about stuff on the podcast. So I would assume, I hope that white people would love to watch that. We gotta grow the views, regardless.
yeah, I guess
Yeah.
not necessarily, you know, the
And leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it.
Well, yeah, we about to hit the hour.
My God.
So that sounds like a good note to wrap up on.
Yeah.
And we actually stuck to all the topics that we had to discuss today.
Shout out to us.
Yes, you know. Pat on my back.
With only like a little variation into what was it?
Trump.
Not necessarily.
Well,
That was part of the topic.
That was optional.
No, yeah, but it was like the deeper conversation.
Yeah, that one did go
followed.
a little further than thing.
I don't remember when I'm watching it over and editing. I'll be like, okay, that was the moment where we veered off topic, but I don't need to remember that now.
But yeah, like we say all the time, people, if you have any specific topics y'all want us to speak about, hit us up on YouTube in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe, please, and thank you. And you can check us out on Facebook as well, the LinkUp Podcast, and you can check us on IG, the LinkUp 392. You can check me on Instagram as well, Mr. _Labega, and yeah.
Mr. King 392 for me.
and everything Woods the chosen.
Alrighty then, and we'll see you the next time we link up.
Bless.
Peace.
Don't know.